Hello and welcome or welcome back to the stream. I don't know, I'm overtired or something. I think I'm suffering from brain damage. Hello Ricochet. I think I'm suffering from like, I don't know, sleep deprivation, brain damage. I mean, we all know what my lupus brain is like, you know. I'm not working with very much brain capacity as it is, but I'm trying my best. Hello, Delta. Yeah, it was a long day, and I'm sleepy, and I'm always sleepy because my body doesn't fucking know how to work properly. So, you know, what are you gonna do? Apparently go on stream and whinge about it. You love pornography? That's the funniest sentence. I know what you mean, though. You mean the Cure album. Although you could also mean the other type as well. But that's okay. You can like both. Liking both is fine. But yeah, pornography is a great album. Do I? I don't know which one you meant. I assumed the album. But yeah, that's, you know, that's considered like a very cornerstone, like dark wave goth album. We do like it. We do like it. How was everybody's Monday? Was it fun? Was it riveting? Was it exciting? Were you so happy? Were you so happy to be alive when you woke up this morning and went, yay? Oh, I have to go to the orthodontist on Wednesday. Because during COVID, I had like braces. I had braces on during COVID, but I don't know. It did something weird to my jaw, and now my jaw is like fucked, and I have trouble talking sometimes. So I have to go back. To them, and they like, it's the most expensive orthodontist in Melbourne, because I like went to the best one because I was like, well, they won't fuck it up, right? They won't fuck it up because they're so expensive, but it looks like they fucked it up. But the good thing is, because it's so expensive, like everything's included, so they can't charge me any more money than what they already charged me the first time. Because I really should have gotten braces when I was a kid, but obviously my parents didn't even have enough money for me to go to the dentist as a kid, so I just never went. But then when I went to the dentist when I was like 21, they were like, yeah, you need braces. And I was like, all right, well, guess we'll do that. And then I did end up getting braces, and now I think I might have to get them again, or maybe they said they could do it with Invisalign. So if I start developing a really bad lisp all of a sudden, you'll know it's because I have something in my mouth. Braces, not anything rude, thank you. But yeah, that's gonna be the situation. It's gonna be fun, I think, but hopefully they sort it out, because I have been like having heaps of trouble with the left side of my face, like the left side of my mouth, and everything has been really weird. So I don't know what they did, because like I have a retainer and I wear it every single night and I do exactly what I'm supposed to do. So it's their fault. They didn't do it properly. They need to fix it. Anyway, let's do the New York Times Game Zoos. Should I be on this side? Or should I be on this side? Or should I be here? Ooh. You finally went back to the gym today? Ooh, what did you do? What did you do at the gym? Are you a weightlifting boy? Do you do weight training? I do weight training. I'm gonna go to the gym tonight. I'm gonna do hack squats and hip thrusts and chest press and rows. I'm gonna do everything. And then I'm gonna eat heaps of protein tomorrow. I'm on my way to becoming a muscle mummy. It's my goal. I'm gonna be able to crush men with my muscles. It's gonna be fun. I look forward to it. Spelling bee. Doing the spelling bee. We have the letter T, the letter N, the letter I, the letter I, the letter E, the letter Y, and the letter C. We have to use the letter C, rather. You haven't been in months and you feel out of rhythm. Oh, your grandma passed away. Yeah, that's really sad. I think I will just cry forever when my babushka passes away. But yeah, I don't know. Because her Alzheimer's is so like all over the shop because like I said, like she rang me and she was okay. And then she had that fall. It gets worse, but you won't mention it here. Yeah, don't mention it here. Mention it in private if you want to. That's if you want to. If you don't want to mention it at all, then obviously keep it to yourself. But, you know. Where's Hyperbovian? He's usually here. He's not here. All right, let's have the word tacit. Yeah, I stopped working out for a year just because, like, I really didn't want to spend the money on a gym membership because I had spent money on... I spent, like, maybe, like, about $30,000 on a bunch of other stuff I had to do. And I was like, well, I'm not paying for a gym membership. So then I just didn't go for a year. And then I had to pay for a move that cost heaps. I had to do all this stuff. And it was annoying. And yeah, so now I'm like trying to get as strong as I was before I stopped working out, which was pretty strong. Cano. What does cano mean? Oh, there's no O. Canon. Not a word. Catty. Meow. Meow. We're getting catty up in here. Tacit. Meow. Already found. Oh, I already did that. My brain works so good, guys. See ya next Tuesday. Oh, I wonder if one time we can make Australia's favorite word. That would be good. That would be good if we could do that. You're still at work. You're rappy. Oh yeah, cyan is a word. It's a color, right? Catalyst? No, there's no L and there's no S. Wow, that's a very HSC English word. Niacinamide. I don't know. No clue, you suck at these. Not as much as I suck. Oh, Yeti! Oh no, there's no C. God damn it. CIA. CIA is watching me, probably. Imagine if I have like an ASIO and an ASUS agent assigned to me and they're just like, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? And they just like listen to me walking around my house all day, talking to my cat, just talking nonsense, just singing random songs that I made up. And they're like, Jesus Christ, I do not get paid enough for this. But for gym, You work everything, so today mainly legs and chest. Yeah, that's always good. Nectar? No. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Ace. Ace. Accent. Accento. Ooh. We finished. Oh, we can't do the crossword because they took it away from us. They hate us. They hate us in our stream. It's very rude. Ooh. I don't know what any of this means. We got president, mother, bishop, bird, clergy member, premier, BLB player. I think that's MLB player is Major League Baseball or something. Pope, St. Valentine, introduction, NFL player, Lord. But I think it's spelt like that New Zealand chick that's really a Russian man, like on South Park. Oh, hello, Dango. Launch, Burns, St. Patrick, debut. Boo, boo, boo. Debut as my boo, boo. Do, 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 do. Pope, bishop, clergy member, mother? Those could all be Catholic things. I don't know. Mother Mary. Hail Mary, full of grace. Known as Mother Mary in the Catholic faith. Mother Superior is also a title that nuns have as well. What else? I don't know. Mother's like lots of things in they also have St. Patrick as well. They also have St. Patrick. Maybe it's like a holiday thing. St. Valentine is like Valentine's Day, right? St. Patrick's is obviously St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. I'm just trying to... There's too many things. Mr. Burns. They're all position titles. That checks out. Should I try it? Do you reckon it's mother as in like Mother Superior and Mother Mary? Hail Mary, full of grace. Blessed art thou amongst women. And should I just start praying on stream? I will protect us all with my Do you reckon it's bishop, clergy member, mother, and pope? What time is it? It's time to get a watch. It is 8:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Let's try that. Wrong. What about Premier, President? Premier, President. Julie Bishop. What about that dopey dingbat? What about that dopey mole? Isn't premiere like a movie? Yeah, it could be. Not a title? It could be. Or they call them, in America, they call them premieres. They were like, oh, I remember when, what's his name? Dana White from the UFC was in America, in Australia. And he was like, I want to thank the Premier of New South Wales. And I was like, huh? What are you saying? And then I was like, oh, that's how he says Premier. Because he can't talk properly. No offense to the Americans. I'm just making fun. Fuck Dana White. Yeah, I know. NFL player. MLB player. Poo-poo wee-wee. Poo-poo wee-wee. You're only racist against Americans? I don't think they're erased. Well, you're somewhat xenophobic against Americans. You hate their culture. That means you're a xenophobe. It's all right, Delta. You're just a xenophobe, not a racist. Oh, what about launch? Premiere? Like, these are things that you do first. Debut. Premiere, launch, debut. And introduce. Introduction. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. First appearance! Look at me go, guys. My little lupus brain is on fire, both figuratively and literally. Literally? No, it's literally. What's wrong with me? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm dumb. All right, well, that doesn't really help out. It didn't really eliminate any of, like, the ones that were giving us issues. Oh, maybe it's heads of state. The Pope is a head of state. The president is a head of state. Nah, there's no others. Bird. Birdie, birdie. I feel like we're getting Da Vinci'd and Pope is the poet. Oh. Okay. Robert Burns. Mr. Burns. Montgomery Burns. Will there ever be another rainbow? You're taking care of 100 plus mysterious granny? Like, you're taking care of 100 grannies? I don't understand, Jack. What's going on? Maybe Lord is a trick and it just means Lord? Ooh, Mother President Saint Pat. Saint Val are holidays? Oh, Mother's Day, President's Day, Saint Patrick. But is it a public holiday in America? I thought it was only a public holiday in Ireland and a bunch of, like, Caribbean islands. Oh, so is Valentine's Day, to be fair. They're still, like... Oh, wait, none of them are public holidays. They're just special days that you celebrate. Yeah. Good point. St. Valentine. St. Patrick. Where's St. Pat? There he is. St. Patty, St. Valentine, President's Day, and Mother Day. Mother Day. Mother, flipper. having a holiday for St. Pat's would be wild. Yeah, they do in Ireland, and they do in a few of the Caribbean islands where there were a lot of like Irish slaves. Oh, sorry, indentured servants, because apparently there's a difference. And St. Paddy's hangover. Yeah. Well, St. Patrick's is right near my birthday. Like, it's a day away. Well, it's not a day away from my birthday. It's close to my birthday. But, yeah, I usually do get drunk on St. Patrick's Day because it's like usually when I will celebrate my birthday. And it's also Billy Corgan's birthday. The 17th of March is Grimes' birthday and Billy Corgan's birthday. Chicago's dyes their river green. Yeah, they should do that doubly because Billy Corgan's from Chicago as well. Billy Corgan is from Chicago, everyone. That's why I knew that trivia about the White Sox and the Cubs, because Billy Corgan is a Cubs supporter. And also, what do they have? Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls, White Sox, and Cubs. See, I know stuff. I know stuff because of Billy Corgan. Because I used to want to marry him when I was a teenager. Billy Corgan was born on St. Patrick's. Be more of a stereotype? Yeah. Birds and Burns sports teams. Elizabeth Bishop. Okay, Elizabeth, I think we are gonna go for poets. Hope Burns Bishop. Oh, my cat was making these noises this morning because she didn't have biscuits. She was out of like her cat kibble, because I always leave dry food out for her to munch on during the day. Like I give her 2 wet foods in the morning and 2 wet foods at night. But she ran out of her bickies, so she came into my bedroom and she walked up to my ear and she went, and I was like, well, what are you doing, you weirdo? And then I was like, oh, you have no bickies. And that's what you want. That's very cute. She had to invent a new noise to notify me of the catastrophe. She's like, if I make my normal noises, I might not come across. I have to make sure it's a weird noise, so she knows it's a weird. Yeah, she does these ones. You think one day allergies be damned, you'll get a cat. Well, my best friend's husband was not deathly allergic to cats, but pretty allergic to cats. And he just took antihistamines because like my best friend moved in with him after like knowing him for like a week when she was 18, because, you know, why not? Anyway, yeah, they moved in together when she knew him for like a week, and she brought her cat along because she wasn't going to leave her cat. You know, leave her cat. She had to take her cat. And he lives with like 5 cats now, and he's not allergic anymore. And I know a few people that can you can train yourself out of being allergic to cats, apparently. You just gotta get well, Hyperbovian, do you know what she did? She met her boyfriend at his house because he had a house party, and she literally never left after that house party. She literally never left, and now they're married and have a kid. So, well, she got knocked up pretty early, actually. She got knocked up pretty early. Lord is a writer. Ooh. Famous poets. Clergy member, bird. Doopy doopy. What cardinal might refer to? Oh, right. Well, it was kind of cardinal. It was kind of to do with the Catholic faith. You know, it was kind of there. They sent us on a wild goose chase, but we got there eventually. LA Times, mini crossword. Challenge yourself every day. Believe me, LA Times, every day is a challenge for me just existing with my limited brain capacity. You guys have no idea what it's like to have a brain and not be able to use it. Like, do you know how hard I have to try and like do stuff sometimes just because my brain is not working. Fire Country Network. I don't know. Nap noisily. Snore? I don't know. Metal Industry Giant. Rio Tinto. Gina Reinhardt. She's a pretty big giant in the metal industry. Cat calls. Major exporter of saffron. That is Iran, baby. If there's one thing I know about my Iranians, they love their saffron. Warming Ski Lodge. I don't even know how to say this. Quaff? Calf? Quaff? Quaff? I don't know. I'm not rich enough to know stuff about skiing. Paradise actor Sterling K. Poo-poo platter? Vast quantities. Lots. Heaps. Something M. Green eggs and ham. Oh, Sam I am. Sam. Marlin or cub for short. Are you sure it's not queef hyperbovian? It might be queef. They might be queefing at the ski lodge. Oh dear. Nap noisily. Yeah, well, let's go with snore. Metal Industry Giant. I don't know. How do you make a queef noise? I can't do it. It's like, why did you get banned from Twitch? I was making queef noise. What even is it? I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't know. Paradise. Is there a show called Paradise? Paradise actor. Sterling K. Vast quantities. Cat calls. Meow? Oh, meow. Metal Industry Giant. Metal Industry Giant. Could it be like metal as in like music? As in power chords and screaming? Rah! Rah! I don't know. I don't know stuff. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little baby. Marlin or cub for short? I'm just a baby. Warming Ski Lodge Quaff. Queef. Queef. What is it? I don't know. Help me. I've fallen and I can't get up. Vast quantities. Vast quantities of stuff. Stuff. Meow, 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 meow. Do. Can you tell how overtired I am? I should do a drug stream one time so you guys can see how unhinged I really am. Oh yeah, this is the little girl that I love. I'm just a baby.
Stop, you say okay.
I'm just a baby.
Wait, is there sound? Can you guys hear that? Hang on. I can't hear it.
Coco, when mommy says stop, you say okay.
Listen.
I'm just a baby.
But you still had to say okay.
There is sound that isn't for me, but this is so cute. I love this little girl so much. I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby. I like it when she loses the shit out of her mom for not listening to her. Like, I told you I'm a baby lady. Alright? I fucking told you. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Well, what are the American TV stations? There's like Fire Country, there's like TLC, there's like CBS, there's like Coco. Oh, Coco. So that could be CBS. You go, Glen Coco. Oh, wait. How do you spell Coco? You go, Glen Coco. So this could be CBS. Or CBN? Is CBN a network? Oh, I don't fucking know. Vast quantities. The seas? The seas are in vast quantities? I don't know. A sailor went to sea to see what he could see, and all that. Alcoa? Congratulations! We did it! We are the champions of the world. Oh yeah, that's a Mandela effect. The song doesn't say we are the champions of the world. It just says we are the champions. And everybody else hallucinated it, apparently. I'm onto you, government. I know what you're doing. Try to trick me. Well, apparently the leaders of Russia, India, North Korea, and Iran attended a Chinese security summit. I bet they had good food, and I, for one, am jealous. They said of the world in the live DVD. Oh, that's where we all got it from. That's where we all got it from. It's not a summit. It's not a summit. You heard it first here. Delicious. Delicious liquids. It's to celebrate the end of the Pacific War.
World leaders, including Russian.
Wait, why don't I have sound in my headphones? What's going on? I solved the mystery. I didn't turn my headphones on. Oh my god. I'm like, why is there no sound? Guys, look. If there's one thing you should learn about me, it's that I am tired all the time. So my brain doesn't work. And sometimes you have to stop me from walking into oncoming traffic. You have to tell me that my shoes are undone. You have to stop me from accidentally setting myself on fire. Like, these are things that people actually have to do. So, you know, we're dealing with, you know, limited brain processing power. So, look, if I get through the day without maiming myself, it's a good day, all right? Like, let's be a little bit charitable with the bimbos of the world, okay? We're doing our best. Our brains are swollen and being attacked by our immune systems. It's hard out here. It's hard out here. When people watch me try and do something on my computer when I'm streaming and I can't remember how to do something and I can't think and I can't, like, even if I know how to do something, I can't access the right, like, I can't get the synapse to fire because my brain's swollen and people are like, no, stop doing that. What are you doing? And I'm like, I can't help it. My brain doesn't work. Please, for the love of God. Somebody help me.
President Vladimir Putin and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi have arrived in China for a major security summit. The leaders of North Korea and Iran are also in attendance. This meeting comes as the United States continues to implement punitive tariffs, frustrating long-term economic partners and allies.
The Shanghai Cooperation Organization has grown into a significant force in promoting a new type of international relations and building a community with a shared future for humanity. At this summit, we are tasked with an important mission to build consensus among all parties, ignite momentum for cooperation, and draw up a blueprint for development.
The Chinese and Indian leaders have met on the sidelines of the summit, announcing direct flights will resume between the two countries. They've also promised to work together on issues including terrorism and trade. This was Mr. Modi's first visit to China in 7 years.
They both agreed that the two countries were primarily focused on their domestic development goals, and in this they were partners rather than rivals.
Vladimir Putin is attending the summit as part of his 4-day visit to China. During an interview with Chinese state media, the president blasted Western sanctions imposed over Russia's war in Ukraine, saying Moscow and Beijing jointly oppose the discriminatory sanctions. Mr. Putin and Xi Jinping are expected to hold bilateral talks later this week.
Man, imagine if China and Russia take over the world. Bow, bow, bow. I mean, would they be worse than America? Question mark. Genuine question. Food for thought. I mean, I don't know. I, for one, welcome my new overlords. Ooh. Authorities believe alleged cop killer Desi Freeman is being harbored. Ooh. Imagine having to have this weirdo stay at your house. He would be the worst house guest. I bet you he does a poo and doesn't flush it. He seems like that kind of person. You know, the kind of person that does a wee or a poo and they don't flush it? Ugh. Like, why? Why would you do that? Flush your poo, Desi. For God's sakes.
Investigators hunting cop killer Desi Freeman are all but convinced he's being harboured by another person.
It sounds like your work, Delta. What the fuck? Delta, do you work with a bunch of gross people? Are they disgusting? Do they like... Well, I don't even need to ask. If they don't flush their gosh. Ugh.
Self-proclaimed sovereign citizen has been on the run since 2 police officers were shot dead at Pawnpukka. Senior police today issued a plea to those who may be helping him, including his wife Marley, to give him up.
A change of tactics in one of the biggest search operations in Victoria Police's history. Investigators are convinced someone knows something and should give themselves up.
I extend that invitation to anyone who's harbouring Desi Freeman, who's considering harbouring Desi Freeman, or know something about the people that are harbouring Desi Freeman. That offer is absolutely out to you as well. People know the whereabouts of the person who's killed 2 cops.
And with the invitation, a warning.
You are committing an extremely serious...
His Telegram was active recently? Yeah. See, even when you're wanted by the cops, people that are terminally online can't stay away. That's internet. It's like, well, I know this could get me locked up for a double homicide, but I've got to talk to my fans. I've got to talk to my my online community. Fuck. Fuck.
crime by harbouring or assisting in the escape of Desi Freeman.
Today, police set up a mobile information centre in the middle of Bright, but the hunt for Desi Freeman remains as intense as ever, even after 7 days.
We continue this search believing that Desi Freeman, who is suspected of killing 2 police officers, is alive.
The last confirmed sighting of Freeman was last Tuesday, on the day of the fatal shooting of Detective Leading Senior Constable Neil Thompson and Senior Constable Vadim Devart. They'd been executing a warrant at a Pawnpukka property where Freeman lived with his wife and children.
He needed to send a high-res pic of his biggest dump. He probably did. He's probably comparing his poos with his mates to see who can take the biggest body.
That location remains a key focus for the more than 500 local and interstate officers.
There's certain areas in and around that dense forest land which we know has previously been populated by the fugitive. If you know of any of those locations, please let the police know, because as I said, it is difficult and very, very dense terrain.
Yesterday, Freeman's wife Marley made a plea to Desi for him to surrender, but police say she potentially knows more than she's revealed so far.
In respect to the suspect's wife, what I'll say, it's two different things to be speaking with police and cooperating with police. If people such as the fugitive's wife isn't giving us...
Of course she knows. Of course she knows where he is. She has 2 kids with him. If you think all of a sudden he shoots people and she goes, oh, he's a bit shit, actually. He's a bit shit. Then, like, you don't know these types of chicks, right? These ride or die fucking chicks. There are... Yeah. A lot of codependent people out there.
Full cooperation, I would encourage you to do so.
As the 7th day of searching nears its end, police say they have collected more than 450 pieces of information from the public. And while they wouldn't go into specifics, there have been multiple raids and arrests linked to the investigation in the past few days. The Bearcat, now a familiar sight in Popunka.
Oh, I want a Bearcat. Where do I get a Bearcat? Imagine me driving around the Western Ring Road in the Bearcat. Freaking, you want to cut me off in traffic? I've got a Bearcat. I'm going to run over your car. You can't stop me. I'm in the Bearcat. Pew, pew, pew. And I just do like happy laps of Melbourne. Whee! Oh, there's a tram? Good luck. I've got a Bearcat. You can't stop me.
And overhead, the police chopper, now a near constant presence in the skies. Every possible police resource deployed to find one wanted man.
We owe it to Varnum and we owe it to Neil.
Sophie Jacobson, 10 News.
And we're joined live now by Sophie Jacobson. Sophie, there's certainly no end in sight to this operation.
Good evening, Candice. Well, it certainly does seem that way, but police are vowing not to back down and to not scale back this search until they find Desi Freeman. They're saying they owe it to their 2 fallen colleagues, as well as the wider Victoria Police community, but also the community of Popunka, so that they can once again feel safe. They're also asking anyone in the town with any information, urging them, in fact, to come forward if they have any information of where Desi Freeman might be or who might be helping him. But in terms of the community, the message remains clear to stay vigilant, as police do believe that Desi is alive. And
he looks like he smells. I wouldn't let him stay at my house. I don't like stinky people unless like you have like a medical condition or something. Like, but I feel like a lot of people just have like really bad personal hygiene. Wash your body, people. Get some soap. Get some shampoo, hop in the shower, have a nice time, light some candles, you know. You can make it an enjoyable experience and just lather that shit up, rinse it all off. Off you go. Put on some deodorant, brush your teeth. I mean, he's got to be unclean now. Yeah. But I think he was unclean before this ordeal started. That's my point. He looks like he smells.
Armed.
Okay, thank you, Sophie.
Showering is a social concept. Well, we just confirmed that Hyperbovian is a stinky boy. Hyperbovian is a stinky boy. A stinky boy. A stinky, stinky, stinky man. He smells bad. Leaders slam neo-Nazi thugs following attack on Indigenous protest camp. Yeah, I think we saw that yesterday, but... Butchie butchie.
Indigenous leaders have condemned neo-Nazi thugs who stormed their camp, assaulting women and hurling abuse following Melbourne's March for Australia. As Mark Santamartino explains, police...
Oh, what a bunch of heroes beating women. Truly inspirational. Truly inspirational, guys. What a bunch of little small willied poo-poo heads.
Police are investigating it as a racially fueled act of terrorism.
Oh, you reckon Nazis attacking Indigenous people would be racially motivated? What? Next you're gonna tell me that that stabbing somebody is a violent crime. That's wow, we're learning a lot of stuff. We're learning a lot of stuff from the news, guys. Big brains, big brains. Remember, we don't have media literacy. We need these people to tell us what's going on. Your pheromone maxing by not taking showers, chicks dig it. You heard from Reddit. Well, let's just say for argument's sake, women become attracted to your pheromones. What do you think's gonna happen when when you rip it out, when you whip it out and it smells like smegma and she doesn't want it anywhere near her mouth? What do you think's gonna happen then? Because let me tell you, you can, well, it's a fact, right? It's a fact. If you can, you can smell, just trust me, okay? Girls walk away from a hookup when that happens, okay? Like, you could have been gonna get lucky, and then if you get yuck, like, just trust me, guys. Just trust me, boys. Wash it, okay? Wash it every day. Keep it clean.
Expelled from the CBD,
And how
neo-Nazis charged toward camp sovereignty.
Jesus.
In a swarm of black, they snatched flags, damaged property, and ganged up to assault young Indigenous women. All of them rallying behind a self-proclaimed white nationalist.
Look at him, how proud he is. Look at him.
I was there screaming on the megaphone, "Get off her, get off her." They stormed us. It was a war front.
Thomas Sewell is a notorious neo-Nazi who hours earlier was gifted the stage on the stage.
He has beady eyes. He has beady eyes. I don't think it should be holding itself up as like some eugenics, like, super specimen, right? Like, you have beady eyes. You have beady eyes, sir. I don't think you have the genes that we should be holding up as being the superior ones. He's out on bail. Yeah, it's fucking fucked.
Steps of state parliament, addressing, then leading a crowd of thousands in a so-called March for Australia, protesting immigration before attacking our First Nations people.
Australians and racist, huh? What the is this? This is our reality.
That's an act of terrorism that happened here yesterday. Those people were terrified.
It just goes to show the level of ignorance.
Yeah, why aren't they all in jail? Why aren't they all in jail? What the fuck?
That we're dealing with. Our Aboriginal people have been here for 65,000 years.
During the march, police tried but failed to stop the violence.
Whoa.
Flags burned and those trying to intervene were mobbed.
Enough.
In all, a dozen people were arrested and 2 officers were injured.
I'm extremely proud of the Victoria police officers. I have some thoughts and...
Why does it look like the cops were spraying them with silly string? Is that what capsicum spray looks like these days? First take off the masks and as much evidence as they want.
Some words for the people that were protesting, but I'm going to save that for another occasion.
It's understandable that a freak show of neo-Nazis, sovereign citizens and racists attracted significant media attention. Freak shows generally do. But we shouldn't empower this fringe element by taking the lies that they tell about our country seriously.
One of them is the son of a senior cop in Victorian police. Really? Well, that is certainly interesting information. Spraying people down with canned cheese. It does look like this. It does look like that.
Not everyone who marched was expecting to be led by Nazis.
It was disgusting. See my little kids here? I wore that Aboriginal flag to show solidarity. March as one, together. And look what these idiots have done.
Because he comes from such a radical, hateful side of things, then our message is lost because a lot of us don't want to be a part of that.
The bottom line is, if you're going to allow people to live in this country, then make sure they have the same values that the rest of us have.
2 of the women injured here at Camp Sovereignty needed to be taken to hospital for treatment. Leaders have described it as a race-fuelled act of terror, and that's how they want it investigated.
Police
Yeah, it should be.
Counter-terrorism, and their criminal investigation unit are investigating those matters.
Activists derided Thomas Sewell as the convicted criminal left court this morning.
March for Australia, and the cunt's got a Union Jack on his fucking jacket. Mate, I think you're a bit lost. You're in the wrong hemisphere. You are in the wrong hemisphere. If you want to go to the UK, I'll take you. I'll fucking pay for your plane ticket, cunt. I will fucking pay for your plane ticket. He's not even Australian. I don't even know anything about the fucking dickhead. And nor do I want to. Well, if he's not Australian, why hasn't he been deported? Like, you can't go around committing crimes on a visa. How did he pass the character test to get in? I have questions.
Leaders later cleansed their camp in a ceremony to expel yesterday's hate.
We will not be silenced by hate. Deport them, you know? We don't need them here. And the rest of...
Our flags have the Union Jack built in. Yeah, but our flag also has the Southern Cross. We're not Britain. We're Australia. We're a sovereign nation.
Australia, you know, thank you for your support and getting behind us.
And Mark Santomartino joins us now at the desk. Mark, police themselves were targeted in the lead up to yesterday's march.
Tom, we knew that arsonists had attacked Victoria Police's Mounted Brigade headquarters in Atwood. Now we have exclusive pictures that show the extent of the damage. These are some of the vehicles that would have been bringing horses into the city yesterday. You can see that they have been significantly burnt and deliberately burnt, according to Victoria Police. They are investigating on the pretense that somebody before these marches has decided to target them to try and hinder their response on the day. Now, in terms of which side this has come from, they don't know just yet, whether it was the extremists from within the March from Australia or whether it was the protesters on the other side who came to counteract that protest. But as you can imagine, they're looking at CCTV to try and identify those people and add to the 12 arrests they've already made.
Okay, Mark Santomartino, thank you.
I mean, the cops kid would know where the mounted police are. Like, because I wouldn't have any idea where the mounted police are fucking based at or anything like that. I'm just glad they didn't fucking hurt any horses. Otherwise, I would fucking stab all of them. I shouldn't say that on Twitch. TOS, that's a joke. Oh, water in Port Phillip Bay is like glowing. Look, it's glowing.
Hundreds of Melburnians are going on nighttime pilgrimages to see fluoro algae in bloom. St Kilda has been glowing with the living organisms, with swimmers warned to take precautions.
Sparkling blue in the middle of the night. Fluoro algae has been washing up on...
Dude, how cold would that be? Can you see it at Williamstown? Because I'm not going to St Kilda. I don't want to go to St Kilda. I only go to Williamstown. That's my rules. Go to Williamstown in the middle of the night and get an ice cream. That's what I like to do. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
On St Kilda's shores, attracting hundreds to the beach.
All sort of splashing around in the water, all videoing, seeing this, I don't know, this like luminescent bright blue kind of light sort of flickering through the water, which is pretty cool.
Eric and his partner drove 45 minutes from Croydon at midnight to experience the glow.
She was like, yeah, well, I'll do it if you do it. So we jumped in the car and headed down and yeah, no, we got there and it was probably better than we'd expected. Like, hadn't seen anything like it.
You wish you were rich enough to live there? Nah. Full of wankers. Full of wankers. Which one, Croydon or St Kilda? Probably both, I don't know. I like the western suburbs. I'm a fan of the western suburbs.
Luminescence or sea sparkle is triggered by periods of warmer water and changes in the current.
What it likes is to eat lots of other little algae, and so you'll usually get sea sparkle after you've had another bloom of something.
Fluoro algae can be hazardous, but it all depends on what it's eaten. Ecologists say to check if there's a known toxic bloom before you splash around in it.
If it is a relatively harmless one, I'd say don't get it in your eyes and your mouth and your sensitive areas. It's sort of sense for people who put it on their face.
Don't put your bits and bobs in the water, guys. Just your feet, not your pink bits. No pink bits in the water, guys.
This face paint, not a good idea.
The phenomenon usually lasts for 3 to 4 days. Bethan Yeoman, 7 News.
Is it only at St Kilda? I doubt it's only at St Kilda, right? It must be at other beaches. I don't want to go to St Kilda. Alright, more stuff on the protests and then some other stuff and some more things. Just going through it. Don't use it to wash your smack. Yeah, hopefully you have a bathroom at your house where you can do that.
Relax, guys. Relax, bro. What are you doing? 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 Get
I like it how they're all wearing like their polyester flags that were made in China that they got from the $2 shop. Hopefully this is a wake-up call to normies about who they're bedfellows with. Well, yeah, you would hope so.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Is that the Macca's near Queen Vic Market? Or am I dumb? I'm probably dumb. Don't worry about me. I don't work out where things are.
There's nothing wrong, mate.
Oh, it's Bar Broadway, Sydney. That's Sydney, Bar Broadway. I know where this is. It looks different because there's new buildings here. I used to go to Bar Broadway. Well, I used to go to Bar Broadway when I was a young lass. This is near Sydney Uni. I know where this is. I got confused. Because that Macca's looked like the Macca's near Melbourne, near the Queen Vic Markets. But now I saw Bar Broadway and I realized I actually know this bar.
Here looking for trouble, bro. You came in here looking for trouble. There's nothing wrong, mate. You literally came in here looking for trouble. What have you done? No one's causing any trouble. Yeah. There was nothing wrong, mate. What are you doing, mate? There's no one doing anything wrong, mate. Bro, you came in here looking for trouble. No one's doing anything wrong. Get back. Get there. You're gone.
Do they know what is touching you before you touch them?
No one's doing anything wrong. No one's doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong, you do dog.
This is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous.
And I'm just
Because they don't have control. They literally don't have control.
Is anyone gonna drink that beer? Yeah, beer is so expensive these days, as if you would just leave a schooner of beer sitting there without drinking it. That probably costs like $50.
I've been sitting here, I haven't got once, I'm just like, whatever. This guy caused it, this guy right here, the tall guy. I can't remember, there's heaps of cops in here now, eh?
My direction.
I'm complying, but
Okay, failure to comply with my direction is an offence. Do you
no,
understand that?
I'm leaving. But I
You're not leaving. You're standing there arguing. So it's time to leave. It's time to leave.
You're a tough man. You're a tough man. You're a very tough man. You're a very tough man. Okay, you don't need to push me, bro. I'm going.
Oh, is that Regent Street?
You are kidding.
Why does my brain not recognize Sydney anymore? Have I become... No, what's happening to me? I'm losing who I am. I'm losing who I am. Oh no.
I'm going. What am I not complying with at this point? Okay, well, you got to get the measuring tape out. You got to get the measuring tape out.
Move then. Right? I'm moving.
Wait, 50 meters. If you're continually walking after us, where was the?
Just go to the Agincourt and hit on some goth girls. What's wrong with you? It's just across the road. Bro, go to the Agincourt. Wait, the goth girls will tell you to go fuck yourself. That'll be pretty funny. And then you'll get kicked out of there.
You're literally pushing us out onto the street. You're literally pushing us out onto the street.
Be smarter, bro.
Yeah, you're literally pushing us out in the middle of the road.
That's because apparently you boys don't know how to move on your own.
Bro, we were literally sitting in there having a beer while your boys started fighting.
Ooh. I know what Macca's that is now, but it never used to look like that. That Macca's never used to have that sign. That long boy sign. Why do things change? It's not fair. Why do things change? I want them to stay the same. Oh, let's see what insights resident scholar and sociologist Karl Stefanovic has to contribute to this conversation. I'm sure he has some very astute observations that the rest of us lay people would never have thought to have thunk. Thank you, Karl. Please regale us with your insights. Continue.
Morning with new reaction to those nationwide anti-immigration protests we saw over the weekend, which saw two groups in Melbourne go head-to-head in a heated clash. And this morning, breaking news in Sydney, two people charged for attacking an officer at a pub following the march.
We have reporters in both cities. First to Jack Hahn, who is in Sydney for us. Jack, run us through what happened.
Yeah, good morning to you. So, look, police say that yesterday afternoon they were called to this pub here on Broadway because, according to 000 callers, there were some people in the pub yelling and screaming offensive things to people on the street. So the officers came around, they tried having a chat with these people. A brawl allegedly breaks out. That's when an officer is assaulted. They return fire with pepper spray. Two suspects allegedly running away on foot, but they did not make it far. And this morning, a 29-year-old and 48-year-old have been formally charged with a fray, along with assaulting and resisting a police officer. Meantime, nearby in Redfern, a separate incident taking place, fists flying on a Sydney train. Check out...
Yeah, but isn't that just Redfern on any day of the week, really? I mean, let's be fair.
This Vision exclusive, we can show it to you here on Today in 9 News. You see that there's a heated exchange between a person on the platform and someone on the train. Take note, the person on the platform is wearing an Australian flag, and then fists start flying. Sydney train staff try closing the doors to bring an end to the chaos, and by the time that police arrived there, the train took off along with the person on the platform. Now, we don't know where exactly that man came from, but according to authorities, the two people arrested here in Broadway did indeed attend the anti-immigration protests. Carl.
Jack, thank you. Let's bring in Christina Hearn on Spring Street in Melbourne, where violent clashes also broke out. Chris, police were forced to deploy rubber bullets.
Rubber bullets, capsicum sprays, stun grenades, police forced to deploy it all. Their resources here were already stretched because hundreds of officers have been deployed to the high country to look for alleged police shooter Desi Freeman, and they really struggled to keep the anti-immigration protesters and the pro-Palestinian protesters apart, with scuffles breaking out right across the CBD over several hours. Here on Spring Street, known neo-Nazi Thomas Sewell addressed the anti-immigration protesters, while in Adelaide, this man held up a placard of the alleged high country gunman with the words "Free Man." Now, 6 people have been arrested here in Melbourne, 2 police officers injured after having bottles thrown at them, and police say more people could be arrested.
What a bunch of weirdos. How is this bloke any type of folk hero? Like, bizarre people. And to make like a maritime flag your fucking flag is so, that's just so weird. Stop being weird. At least make a cool flag, you fucking losers.
As they comb through all the vision. Carl.
Chris, thank you. Welcome back to the show. Great to have your company on this Monday morning. Well, seeds of division are being sown across Australia.
Oh, we're back in we're back in the gay clubs in Oxford Street. They always play this music. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Yep. Over the weekend, thousands turning out for anti-immigration rallies. The highlights saw brawls break out between
I just took some ammo and peeingers and I'm on the dance floor.
Flags, symbolic of Australia's sovereign citizen movement. Free cop killer Desi Freeman. How disgusting. Amongst the many peacefully protesting and having their say also,
Karl Stefanovic isn't hot enough to get into any of the gay clubs on Oxford Street, Delta, so it's fine. You have to be hot. They have bouncers. They have bouncers that judge you on your hotness. You can't just, like, certain clubs in Sydney you can't just... Yeah, certain clubs in Sydney you can't just walk into. You have to be, like, cute enough. There's certain clubs where, like, they're very exclusive. Not all of them, but some of them. At least the ones I have gone to.
Nazis freely spreading their...
You're cute, you can get it easy. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You have to try your luck, I guess.
But we're here because anti-immigration is our key political issue.
Are you racist?
Yeah, we're racist. Yeah, we're racist.
So you're proud to be, you said, are you racist?
Yes.
Jackie Lambie and Chief Political Correspondent for The Age and SMH, Paul Sakal, join us now. Jackie, good morning to you. First up, firstly, the neo-Nazis. Small in number, pathetic really, but big on coverage and hate.
Look, you know, I don't know why they want to bring division. It actually doesn't help them at all. They can get off the damn streets, that'd be a good start. But anybody else that's got that flag out there and is making an ass of themselves, let's put it that way, because you are, and you are, you know, pushing people, you are asking for it, you're out there, then put your flag down, because quite frankly, it's really un-Australian, and we don't want to see that. We have an immigration policy, you know, the immigration, we have a problem here. Because both major parties over the years have allowed people in here that don't have the same values as we don't. And that is why we're in the crisis that we're in today. I've been very clear on how I feel about face coverings, and unless they're for safety and artistic purposes. I've got men out there can say, the Australian men say, well, how come I can only have one wife, yet they can have 4 or 5, others can have 4 or 5. That's where your problems there lie. It is double standards. You know, so there is a problem, mate.
I'll circle back to that in a second, because I do think there's a legitimate and rational argument. But, Paul, the government, is it in any way responsible for not managing to simmer things down?
I don't know how the government could have acted more strongly on this. I mean, state governments have all brought in laws around brandishing Nazi symbols in recent months, but it's actually hard to stop a bunch of 20 guys getting off a train and rocking up in the city until they start breaking crimes. I mean, those Nazis take attention off the fact that there is according to polls, widespread feeling, at least majority position, that immigration for the last couple of years has been too high. There was a big explosion post-COVID. We actually haven't grown as a country more than we would have had COVID not occurred, but there was a quick catch-up which caused some tension. Nazis have no interest in the end goal of changing government policy. They're actually just attention seekers.
Yeah, and they get it.
They'll continue to kill their cause.
And they get it, and it's amplified. It's amplified on all of our news as well. Look, Jamie, immigration, Jackie, is front and centre. So, like I said, there's a rational debate here to be had, and one this country probably needs to have pretty quickly. There's no question many Australians think it's placing far too much pressure on things like housing.
Look, it's not just the housing, and then I say to you, well, are you going to go and have 6 or 7 kids? Because otherwise, I don't know who's going to look after you in aged care. Do you know what I mean? So we do have a problem. There are many work sectors or workplaces.
Well, then make IVF covered by Medicare. I had to get my eggs frozen, right? Because I had to have chemo. I had to have chemotherapy treatment for my lupus, so I had to get my eggs frozen because it can affect your fertility. And even with Medicare, it still cost thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It was so expensive. and the medications are insanely expensive. And it's like, well, if you want women to have children with the price of housing, how are women supposed to have children in their 20s or their early 30s if they can't afford a house until they're like 45? What are you going to do? Fucking make IVF, make egg freezing be covered by Medicare, because I had to get my eggs frozen a few years ago and it was so fucking expensive. So fucking expensive. And also I ended up with this thing called hyper ovarian stimulation or something, and you could die from it. So of course I got it, and the nurse kept on calling me, and because she saw my blood test results, because you have to go get like blood test results so they know like when to send you in for the surgery to harvest your eggs. And she was like, are you okay? Do you feel like tired? Do you feel sore? Yada yada yada. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like that every day. And she was like, okay, well do you feel like you need to go into hospital? And I was like, I don't know, I feel the same as I always do. And she was like, well, you probably should go into hospital. And I was like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, that's a thing that can happen too. It's just fucked up. It's just fucked up and it's stupid and it should be free. That's my rant. Poo-poo platter.
Where we just don't have the people that are qualified to be in there, and there is where another problem lays in itself.
Yeah.
You know, so it looks it's all over. But the bottom line is, if you're going to allow people to live in this country, then make sure they have the same values that the rest of us have. And as for the neo-Nazis, if they don't like it here, then pack up your bags and go somewhere else. But stop making asses of.
Isn't IVF really expensive though? Yeah, it is really expensive. It's like $10,000 around, and even if you get Medicare, you only get $5,000 back, and most women need to have like a few rounds. So usually you're looking at like $30,000, $40,000 for IVF. Luckily for me, I have lots of eggs. Apparently I am the prize hen at the farm because I got like 30 eggs and like 27 of them were viable. And most women only get 9 eggs, and like three eggs are viable. So apparently I'm the fucking prize hen. She was like, the nurse rang me after they did my surgery, because they ring you the day of your surgery to like tell you how many eggs they got and how many of them were viable, because they can only freeze the ones that are really good quality. And she was like, well, I don't think the gynecologist is going to call you back, because she's like, yeah, that was a really good result. And I was like, yeah, cool. Just all you have to do is almost die and you get heaps of eggs. Amazing. Amazing. Slay egg queen. I am the egg queen. I am the egg queen. I am the prize chook. I could make the prices of eggs very cheap in Australia with my own production. Let me tell you. I'm just laying eggs. Just laying eggs over here. Bark, 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 bark. Chooky, chooky, chooky.
Yourself, you are not helpful.
Where do they go now?
I don't care. They can take a swim for all I care, mate.
Paul, I don't know how this housing crisis, just back to the practicalities here of the number who are coming into the country, 500,000 or so every year. It's basic economics, isn't it?
Yeah, I see mixed debate in public policy circles around whether migrants do push up house prices. I mean, without wanting to target migrants as the key problem, there are so many issues with our housing market. There have been poor government policies for a long time. It's clear that if you bring in lots of people into a country, that affects the supply and demand situation.
When you don't have the supply anyway.
Yeah, you don't have.
Well, Carl, you're right. You would have the supply, but these buggers up here, both these major parties over the last 20 years didn't bother to build. That's why you've got a massive pub. That is your problem. So blame them up here.
Exactly.
Well, it's the people behind you, Jackie. I'm not blaming you personally, ever.
Yeah, don't blame me, mate. That's the way. You know better.
Make me a little nervous.
Well, neo-Nazis and right-wing politicians were among the thousands who rallied through our capital cities yesterday, calling for a stop to so-called mass migration. For more, we are joined this morning by Communications Minister Annika Wells in Canberra. Annika, good morning to you. Good to see you. Yeah. There were some really ugly scenes in parts of this country yesterday, as you would have seen. Horrific slogans yelled out. How concerned are you this morning?
awful. They were awful scenes. And there were also known racists who were trying to spread division and hatred. And I think it is particularly appalling the people that were aggressive and violent towards our police officers. Australian police are having a very hard week at the moment. They're just trying to keep our community safe. I think that was particularly egregious.
Well, particularly in Melbourne, right, where we saw the resources so stretched. I mean, you've got people, neo-Nazis, who were given a mic. They were given a platform to espouse their beliefs. Those interviewed proudly said they were neo-Nazis and proud racists. At a time when the government is trying to lower tensions around anti-Semitism, these people are openly admitting to being neo-Nazis.
That's right, and in my role as Federal Minister, I can make very clear to your viewers this morning, there is no place for hatred in this country, and the vast majority of people were not at these protests, are horrified by these protests and want to work together with other people in their community to make sure these people are the vast minority and cannot demonstrate their hate.
Annika, I'm not sure whether you saw the image, I think it was in Adelaide, where it was Desi Freeman's picture was held up, right? He is obviously the wanted fugitive at the moment, accused of gunning down 2 police officers. That is alarming. Are you worried that these kinds of movements are actually gaining strength in parts of Australia?
I certainly am, and you would have seen Anna Lee, who's one of our experts and federal ministers, speak to that across the past few days. And as Minister for Communications, my concern is how we stop this from spreading online. I think everybody in Australia has experienced an uptick in seeing this kind of behaviour because people are able to organise online. And part of what drives us as the Albanese government and our mission to make online spaces safer, particularly for Australian kids, is the prevalence of this kind of thing and doing what we can where we can.
One of the key challenges that you face as government is, of course, that they are finding a legitimate cause of grievance in this country, right, and hijacking it. So we're talking about an issue like how...
What the fuck is going on in Australia? Well, Salat Wurzel. I don't know. Apparently we have a fuckwit problem. Apparently we have a massive racist fuckwit problem.
Which is a legitimate concern for so many Australians. But it's because you lot haven't built enough houses. Both parties, not just the Labor Party in government now, the previous government as well. It feels hopeless for so many out there.
Well, Sarah, I would not for 1 second give any credence to the grievances of these people as legitimate.
The point is they're finding a legitimate, as you know, a legitimate issue in Australia and they're hijacking it. That's the concern here because you're not facing it.
Mostly sovereign citizens base themselves off a conspiracy theory and then it grows from there, and being able to navigate and organise online where previously...
So is there a housing concern?
Of course, so I think we're conflating 2 different issues here, and I'm at pains not to do that. Of course, the Albanese government, you would have seen all last week in Parliament, we were doing more, announcing our new 5% deposit scheme to get first home own buyers into home ownership more quickly, you know, reducing the 20% down to 5% so that people can actually consider this to be a realistic goal. Minister Claire O'Neill has full shoulders to the wheel trying to get as much done as we can at a federal level and working with our state counterparts. It's absolutely a problem. Housing affordability is absolutely something that comes up across the board. Let's not conflate that with this very separate, serious issue.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you have a 5% deposit, you have to pay interest on 95% of the cost of the house, making the house way more expensive than if you paid a 20% deposit. And also more people in the housing market means higher prices. It isn't what? What isn't? Isn't that how maths works? Because you don't pay interest on your deposit. You pay interest on the money that you borrow. And interest is a fuckload of money. It essentially doubles the amount that you pay depending on the interest rate. Germany also has more people simping for the mustache man compared to like 10 years ago. Yeah, it's very scary times. But they say that history repeats itself, so, I mean, guess that's what we are seeing. Albanese on anti-immigration rallies, anti-Semitism, and Nauru deportation. The 5% scheme rolling out as a small portion of first-home buyers in the 350 to 450 flat market. Yeah, I can't say what income bracket these people are in and what they're going to be able to afford, but yeah. I mean, if I do buy a property, I'm definitely going to be in the flat market, not in the house market, because there's just no way. There's just no way. Unless you have like 2 people on like 300k, unless you're a couple that have like 300k between you, if you're just a person on a normal wage, there's no fucking way that is ever happening.
The massive rallies this weekend and a big debate about what they mean. The Prime Minister is my guest this afternoon. Prime Minister, welcome.
Good afternoon.
By the way, you're seeing your dad this weekend. Yeah, ask him if he wants a hot young goth girlfriend who's only interested in him for his housing portfolio.
Patricia.
Do you think there were good people with legitimate concerns at these anti-immigration rallies this weekend?
Of course, there's always good people will turn up to demonstrate their views about particular issues, but what we have here is neo-Nazis being given a platform. That's what we saw on the weekend, and the tone, of course, of much of the rallies was unfortunate as the best way.
It was indeed a crazy weekend, Supreme Leader Beetle. Welcome, Supreme Leader, I guess.
Way that you could put it, but hateful in some of the extreme examples. And the idea that an open neo-Nazi was able to give a speech from the steps of the Victorian Parliament is something that isn't the Australian way.
Liberal frontbencher Jacinta Napijipa-Price said she wants to congratulate the marchers and that the vast majority were people who love this country. Is that how you saw it?
Well, I did see her comments, and they don't reflect what my view of these rallies were. We need to cherish who we are and social cohesion. And as public office holders, we have an important role to play in promoting unity, national unity. And modern Australia is different, as I said in question time today, from the days of the White Australia policy. We're a modern nation that has benefited from our multiculturalism, that overwhelmingly people live in harmony of different ethnicities, different religions, different backgrounds, and we're enriched by the diversity in this country. We need to show respect for each other. And there will always be people who seek to say, look, your lot in life could be better, and it's because of people who don't look like you. Now, a whole range of people, it's legitimate, of course, to have a debate.
So you think it is based on economic grievance, the numbers we saw, the vast majority of people who turned up?
Well,
it's a lot easier to get people to hate a certain group if your goal is like to create like racial hate towards a certain group. And, you know, the cost of living crisis at the moment, the fact that like 2 or 3 generations of Australians are never going to be able to own their own homes, and you can point to a group of people and scapegoat them, like that's a very effective propaganda tool to have at your disposal, right? It's a very effective propaganda tool to use.
But they weren't big numbers in the scheme of things in a nation of almost 27 million people, let's be clear here.
So you do think this is a tiny proportion of the Australian population that has this anti-immigration sentiment?
That shows that was the case, and there's always been an element of people who would appeal to any immigration as a platform, but migration has of course brought a great deal of benefit to our nation, with the exception of First Nations people, where all either migrants or the descendants of migrants. This is an interview between someone called Carvelis and someone called Albanese, not Smith and Jones, or let alone First Nations names. And so we have in this country 3 great traditions. Of course, First Nations people, the great privilege we have. We have then the arrival of the British colony and what they brought, the Westminster system, a whole lot of those British-based traditions. And then throughout our history as well, we've had waves of migrants coming, enriching our nation through their contribution to Australia.
Do you think there's growing resentment towards migration, and does it worry you?
I think that there has always been elements. I ran for President of Sydney in the SRC against someone called James Salim, a leader of National Action, on anti-Asians being kept out.
It's always been with us, but is it rising again? And does that worry you?
Well, what we need to do is to be vigilant about it. What has occurred now is that it's much easier to organise through social media, through platforms, and easier as well for people.
Yeah, these echo chambers that people find themselves in, these like people find like-minded people on the internet, then they only talk to these people, they lose sight of reality, they stop talking to people that disagree with them even slightly, and then these people just radicalize each other, and that's how you end up with these insane Fruit Loops. Because it used to be, if you were a crazy person, it used to be so hard to find other crazy people for you to hang out, and now you just go www.crazypeopleforum.com and off you go, you know? What's your particular brand of fuckwit? And you find the other fuckwits.
To have their views reinforced, often of which are based upon things which aren't just fact, like our net overseas migration is falling. It fell substantially in 2024. Of course there were going to be an increased number after the lockdown of our entire continent that occurred during COVID.
So is your message to these people, we're getting the numbers down?
Well, we are getting the numbers down, but migration also is important, and multiculturalism is a part of who we are as a modern nation. And I just say to people and I have no doubt that there would have been good people who went along, heard about a rally, concerned,
I've seen them
views.
talk about long housing queues for rentals. They're concerned about their access to housing.
Of course. But you should have a look at who you're with on Sunday, I think, and the motivation that they have, which isn't actually about housing or our economy or anything else. It's about sowing division. And neo-Nazis have, no role. The fact that people are openly
What did you think of what they did at Camp Sovereignty in Melbourne, where they went and destroyed that?
Well, it's just exactly. Here you have people who are saying they're against migration. Well, the first Australians were here before any migrant or descendant of migrants, and that just has no place. That sort of violence has no place.
Let me ask you about this. Yesterday, Julian Leeser told my colleague he stood by his statement that there was a direct line between your government's UN voting record and the attacks we've seen the arson attack on the Adass Israel synagogue. Now,
oh, fuck off. Fuck off. People are pissed off at people that are dual Israeli citizens because they are seeing kids being murdered. It has nothing to do with anything else. Fucking shut up. Shut your stupid poo-poo platter mouth. I have to be careful about what I say on the internet. It's hard out here for a little loudmouth. It's hard out here. Anyway, I don't want to hear that. Goodbye. Goodbye. Recognizing Palestine as a state is... Voting to recognize Palestine as a state is the least we should fucking do. Does it seem like they aren't acknowledging ingredient the rise of the far right groups, or they just don't want to tackle the problem head on? I mean, I'm sure they are probably working incredibly hard behind the scenes to work out what to do about it. Especially like the internet aspect is kind of a novel thing. And so they probably are working with, the AFP and the other various agencies involved to try and tackle. They're probably working on the legislation and it's still in progress. So that's probably why they aren't really talking about it. But given like how bad it's getting, especially with these sovereign citizen cunts and all the rest of these things, how dangerous some of these people are, I think... And how violent our society is becoming because of the social cohesion. You didn't mean the ingredient part? Oh, okay, I was like kind of trying to work out what you meant, but yeah. Definitely sovereign citizens since they're killing cops. Yeah, so I think they are definitely probably working working on it, probably drafting legislation, probably liaising with all the law enforcement agencies and the intelligence services. This is just like, this is just how policy works, right? They can't come out and say anything until they have some concrete research, they have some concrete numbers, they've done the modeling on the policy to see how it might roll out when it's implemented. All of these things take months and months and months and months of research and months and months and months of writing policy is not easy. It's an incredibly like multifaceted discipline. Yeah. So I don't doubt for a second that given how serious this is getting, there's violence on our streets, and this is like, you know, not usual for Australia. There's been, you know, policemen killed in 2 incidences involving like far right weirdos. So I just don't see that it's not really feasible to me that the government is doing nothing. We just don't know what they're doing, and they won't let us know until they have something probably ready to try and pass through the Houses of Parliament, whatever their attack is going to be. We just won't know until they've got it ready to go. Hang on, guys. I'll be back in 1 seckie. Oh, I am back. Hang on. Yay, that's a news lady. Car rams into a Russian consulate. Neo-Nazis accused of attacking Indigenous camp. Oh, I guess we'll just watch the first part. Why did they attack the Russians? That's never smart. Never mess with the Russians. They'll get ya.
This morning to that police operation happening in Sydney at the site of the Russian consulate. One man is in custody after a car came smashing through the gates in what residents have described as sounding like an almighty crash. Our crime editor Emma Partridge is live at the scene. She joins us now. Emma, there has been a massive police presence there during the morning, but what's the latest at the moment?
Yes, good morning, Deb. Well, at about 8 o'clock this morning, police say that they noticed a Toyota Kluger parked just in the driveway here outside the Russian consulate. Now, officers attempted to speak to the man in the car, but they say he allegedly ploughed through the gates and went onto the grass, just missing the building behind me. Now, a 24-year-old constable was injured during the confrontation, minor injuries to his hand, and was treated by paramedics. But it was a very dramatic turn of events. Guns were drawn, the police were yelling, and neighbours across the road from the consulate have given us mobile phone vision of the moment police confronted this 39-year-old man.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Out of the car now! Out of the car now! Get out of the car now!
I saw policemen drawing their guns with the gentleman in the car within the compound. I was pretty dramatic. It's not something you see every day.
Police have taken the 39-year-old man to Surrey Hills Police Station, where they're questioning him, and they're also trying to figure out the motivation behind him driving through the gates here. It's likely he will be charged in coming hours and also will face court later this afternoon. Deb?
All right, Emma.
Well, I want to know what he gets charged with. He's going to be under KGB surveillance for the rest of his life. Yeah, don't mess with the Russians, guys. Always dumb. Hyperbovian asks what kind of policy could hamper this? What kind of policy could hamper the far-right movement? Do you mean? Russian, why are they in such a hurry? You're funny. You're funny, Supreme Leader Beetle. Are you a dad? Because that's a dad joke. Are you a DILF? Let me know if you're a DILF and you have an extensive property portfolio, because you and Delta's dad can fight for me. Yeah, the radicalization. Well, it's I'm not privy to all of the data points, obviously. Look, it's very, very almost a certainty that there are, you know, intelligence assets and federal police officers in all of these Telegram groups, in all of these online movements that go to these meetings in person, that have infiltrated these things, and they'll have the information. That will be a very big data point. And then, you know, the other things that we'll look at is what demographics are being radicalized, how they're being radicalized, the type of tactics, the type of rhetoric that they're using. All of these things will be factors that policymakers will look at. You know, there'll be a multidisciplinary team of experts, people that are experts in like deprogramming, people that are experts in, you know, radicalization, people that are experts in, you know, far right propaganda, people that are blah, 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 blah. And they'll all get together and they'll use all the data points, which I don't have, they have. They'll use all those data points to write a policy, come up with a cohesive policy. They'll do a policy analysis, see what the likely scenarios are of how this would play out, how the policy would work in practice, and then yeah, that's typically how it would go. So I don't know. I do have a social policy master's, however, I don't. I was more, you know, the welfare side, the social work side of things, because that's, you know, that's my wheelhouse. This isn't like really stuff that I'm super familiar with, even though like I am familiar with, you know, how to write policy, how to research policy. It's not something like that I could say with any certainty, but that would essentially be what the process would be. So yeah, they would work with with a multidisciplinary team of experts to like determine all the different variables, and they would use all the data points that they've gathered thus far. Case studies and the likes of like people that have been radicalized, because they would have all that information. Let's watch a nice story. Meet Mabel, the library cat. There's a library cat and her name is Mabel, guys. Yay!
Tonight, school libraries are full of stories, but this is a different kind of tale. You've heard of a teacher's pet, but have you ever met a library cat? Meet Mabel, the latest enrolment at Newington College.
Oh, those little rich shits. Why do they get a cat? Why did Newington College get a cat? Never go to Stanmore Station in Sydney, guys. You'll see all these little rich turds and their stupid school bags.
Good girl, Mabel. Dumped at the school headmaster's door at just 1 week old, little Mabel fast captured hearts.
The removalist rang and said a cat has left a kitten on the doorstep. Rang the vet and we hoped the mum would come back. Mum didn't come back, and then Kylie from the library at Wyvern came past and she said, well, I'll take it. And it all went from there.
It wasn't long before she'd moved in, the school library suddenly becoming very popular.
I've been making a few toys for her. I come here as much as I can just to see her.
There's a sign on the library door that says Mabel is in today, and all the boys are really keen.
Don't work with kids, don't work with animals.
Oh, I want her. She's so cute. Look at her. Look at her little face. Look at her little mouth. Look at her little cat mouth. Meow, 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 meow.
You've done both.
Yeah, that's right. Kids and animals together. But it's great when you put them together. They bring out the best in each other.
It's the perfect storybook ending.
I didn't know it was going to be a private school, Pussycat, but I mean, at least she's living the high life, probably getting the finest cat kibble money can buy. Those kids got some monies, let me tell you. Apparently people be stealing stuff from Coles and Woolies. Well, so expensive. They have like... You can't even steal a steak from Coles and Woolies because they have like the stuff that they put on expensive clothes. They have like the security tags on a steak. It's like, you want a piece of steak? They're still raising prices. Yeah, they are. They're dickheads.
Shoplifters are becoming increasingly brazen, some even going as far as boasting about their crime in social media posts. Fed-up retailers have told Justine Conway they want a special police crime unit dedicated to stamping out the disturbing trend.
It's midday in a South Melbourne pram shop and this woman has no shame strolling out the door with a $2,000 luxury model.
I just can't believe how brazen it's become.
When it comes to getting caught, these shoplifters don't seem to care.
They wouldn't want the produce back from him after it's been on his smegma willy. I bet you he doesn't wash his willy. I bet you he has a... Where is he putting that chook? Is that going up the bum? Where do you reckon he's going to stash the chook? Because they're pretty hot.
See, not happening, bro.
Boasting about their crimes on social media without...
He's putting the piping hot chook on his doodle. It's a skit.
fear of authority.
I hope
They weren't running away, they weren't jumping in a car.
Nationwide, 70% of retailers have reported an increase in customer theft. The worst state is Victoria, where police recorded more than 82,000 cases of retail-related crime.
Retail crime is impacting retailers to the tune of $9 billion.
Yeah, Delta, I've been getting a delivery from Costco every fortnight because I just don't want to go to Coles and Woolies unless I have to. I only go to Coles and Woolies to get stuff that I can't get from Costco or I can't get from Aldi. I bought like just a small bag of groceries from Coles the other night and it was like nothing substantial in there, like nothing like meat or anything expensive. And it was like $90 for like just a small brown paper bag of fucking nothing. Just odds and sods that I needed. Am I a Costco guy? No, I'm not a Costco guy. I don't give anything booms or whatever the fuck that stupid fucking thing is. I'm against those people. I'm against them.
$1 a year.
Both Coles and Woolworths have recorded an increase in stock loss for the 2025 financial year. While they won't disclose a figure, the supermarkets have stepped up security measures.
And we have also invested in safety initiatives for our team, like body worn cameras, CCTV and security guards, to help them to feel safe at work.
The Retailers Association says the majority of shoplifters are repeat offenders with links to organised crime. It wants police to do more and establish dedicated crime units in every state.
It's quite shocking what we've seen when it comes to things like ram raids, the use of weapons.
Small strips like this that make a community vibrant and fun to walk about at the weekends, they'll die off and close. You know, retailers won't carry on doing this if it's unsafe.
Justine Conway, 9 News.
Shoplifters are becoming increasingly...
You said that already. Shut your cake hole. The poor businesses, you're crying so much. Yeah. Well, I feel sorry for the minimum wage workers that have to deal with getting bashed, right? I feel sorry for like the teenagers or just like the people that have been working at Coles for ages. Like, cause like my brother works at Coles. I don't want him getting stabbed. I don't want to getting stabbed by some psycho.
A man who took a loaded gun into the MCG is arguing he shouldn't be jailed because he has a drug problem. The magistrate described...
What's to your defense. Well, I only took the gun to the MCG because I have a drug problem. Oh, well, that's a mitigating circumstance, young man. Off you go. What the fuck?
Described it as a truly shocking crime by a low-level gangster with limited insight into how serious it was.
82,000 fans, a packed house at the G, and 2 loaded guns. Omar Salma's family watched on in court today. The 21-year-old has pleaded guilty to taking a loaded firearm and ammunition into the MCG. The April 3 incident exposing major security issues at the Collingwood-Carlton game. The magistrate called it a truly shocking...
What's the money that he's a Collingwood supporter? What's the money that he is a Collingwood supporter? Typical Collingwood behaviour.
Event because Victoria has gotten to the stage where a person thinks it's appropriate to bring a loaded firearm into the MCG. The 21-year-old was on bail at the time, and charge sheets showed the serial number had been altered on one of the unregistered guns. Salma's lawyers advocated for his release into the community, citing his drug addiction, unresolved grief and cognitive issues. The magistrate saying the message must get out loud and clear to offenders that the courts will impose serious punishment, adding the so-called low-level gangster displayed very limited insight into the seriousness of the offence. Salma's assessment report contains multiple red flags, according to the magistrate, but he's still been found suitable for a community corrections order. His lawyer argues the sentence could include strict conditions like digital monitoring. Salma will learn his fate on Friday. Jacqueline Stanley, 7 News.
I know it was a Collingwood v Carlton game. That's why I said, what's the money that he's a Collingwood supporter? Because, yeah. There's a 50-50 chance, right? He could be a Carlton supporter, but I doubt it. It seems very Collingwood-esque behaviour. Oh, no. Oh, no, shark nets. Why can't I talk? Why can't I talk? Imagine... Are you guys gonna like it when I have a lisp from my braces, or are you guys not gonna like it when I have a lisp? We'll see. Shark nets installed despite growing opposition. Aren't there already shark nets in Sydney Harbour anyway, or at like Bondi Beach or something? I don't know.
Shark nets have once again been installed off Sydney beaches despite growing community opposition.
Oh, I just assumed they were still there.
And a promised trial to remove them.
3 councils have been asked to nominate beaches to go netless, but they've put the responsibility back on the state government.
Off Bondi at dawn, shark nets dropped into the sea, a similar sight right along our state's coastline.
It's all about the safety of the children, safety of the local community. If that's what does it to protect all the children, then so be it.
They will be installed at intervals at 51 beaches between Newcastle and Wollongong. And for the first time, all those nets will have lights to ward off turtles in an effort to save some of our most vulnerable marine creatures.
I love turtles. I love them so much. They're so beautiful. Yeah, there you go, Delta. It was finally Wollongong. There you go. Your dreams are coming true. It was finally the gong. Gong, 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 gong. What about Kayama? Why don't you care about Kayama or Nara, Delta? Why do you only care about Wollongong?
The best way to ensure that marine life is safe and that humans are safe is to not have the nets there in the first place.
This is why marine conservationists hate them. Dolphins, turtles, tangled in the deep, in a net that doesn't even cover the whole beach.
It's like having a fly screen door and only having a screen as wide as your thumb to say, oh, I'm stopping the flies from coming in. It's clearly not going to work.
But plans for a trial to take them down at 3 beaches from the Waverley, Central Coast and Northern Beaches council areas remain at a standstill.
We asked them to nominate a beach, they didn't, but we'll continue to work with those councils.
It's still expected to take a few weeks for the 3 beaches to be selected, but there's no official date set for when the nets are really...
It'll be Manly. Manly will be one of them. We can't have the Manly people getting eaten by sharks, even though it's what they deserve. Bow, bow, bow.
Taken down. All three councils told 7 News they're not opposed to the removal of shark nets, but want more shark mitigation measures like smart drum lines and drones. And until then, the nets will remain off all our beaches. Sam Payne, 7 News.
Oh, this is the vlog in South Australia that was holding up the Freeman side. Desi Freeman. Ooh, he's got a boner. He's got a boner for Desi Freeman. He loves him. He wants to kiss him.
Police
Mwah,
have
mwah, mwah.
identified the protester who waved a deeply offensive placard during Adelaide's huge anti-immigration rally.
They're now desperately trying to track him down, with his action creating deepening anger all the way up to the Premier.
It stood out in a sea of
Chloe.
Australian flags. Offensive.
Hang on, my cat's meowing at me. Are you hungry? Dinner? Hang on, I think my baby is hungry. I must feed her. I'll be back in a second. Alright, Norgie has been fed. Norlie, poi, toy has been fed. She even got some treats. I gave her some chicken-flavoured temptations to sprinkle over her delicious dinner. She's a very lucky cat.
In the extreme, it glorified Desi Freeman, the alleged killer-shooter of 2 Victorian police officers who's still on the run.
No doubt, in my mind, every reasonable person who saw that image would be absolutely disgusted by what they saw.
Not the least families of slain officers, as this image hit national headlines. Today, police obtained the protest vision from 7 News, which has led to his identity being discovered.
And we have been trying to locate him this morning.
We tried to speak to the placard waver yesterday, but he was tight-lipped.
Can you explain your sign?
7 News then approached police during the protest, but was told no law had been broken. They agreed the image was offensive. By today, senior brass were on the warpath and ready to charge the man when they find him.
It's likely to be the offence of offensive behaviour under the Summary Offences Act.
The Premier was also shocked as he trod a fine line between free speech and clamping down on offensive behaviour from some individuals.
But if you're celebrating cop killers and you've got Nazis present, then something's gone seriously wrong.
Future rallies are a certainty. The acid test, will authorities act to stamp out any further offensive material?
We'll of course work with SAPOL if there is an identified gap that ought to be remedied, where we will be happy to look at that.
Police aren't going that far just yet. Mike Smithson, 7 News.
Why are we talking about baseball, Trong? Why are we talking about Baseball? I'm confused. I'm not very smart. Can you help me? Ooh. Oh, on Friday, should I do a drunk stream? Should I get drunk on Friday and just like talk shit into the microphone? The weekend rally gave Desi some free time. Oh, I got you. I got you. Play daily. Ooh, we're playing the food game now. Do we want a double cheeseburger or do we want chicken strips? Chicken. Lay a little egg for me. Imagine me when I'm drunk. If this is what I'm like when I'm sober, imagine me when I'm drunk. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how much fun it is? Ooh. Delicious. Delicious striped prawns skewer or loaded roast potatoes. The skewer with prawns on it is only 50. The prawns are cheap as fuck. Yeah, they're suspiciously cheap. Oh. Pork and stuffing baguette or lumpia. Spring roll and risol. In Indonesia. Pork and stuffing baguette. Nap. Cheesy garlic bread pizza or double bacon and pulled pork cheeseburger. Ooh. Cheesy garlic bread. Cheesy garlic bread. I want cheesy garlic bread. Do. I love garlic bread. If you ever go on a date and you want to eat garlic, make sure the person that you're going on a date with eats garlic. Otherwise it'll be... Pretty sure it's going to be wild on a drunken stream. Yeah, I'm very wild. I'm very, very naughty when I get drunk. I'm very, very out of control sometimes. But mainly I like to sing. I'm a very happy drunk though, but I also like to have adventures when I'm drunk. I'll always be like, let's go climb this thing. And everyone's like, no, you'll die. And I'm like, no, wee. Gyros, a platter box or pizza. Oh, definitely this. Definitely this. Do. Cottage pie or fish and chaps. Fish and chaps, as our friends in New Zealand would say. Fish and chaps. Fish and chaps. Cumberland hot dog or a pizza slice with a can of Coke. The Cumberland hot dog is only $6 and the pizza slice with a Coke is $15. How is that real? That is nuts. That is absolute insanity. Pie, mash and gravy or meat unknown. I'm definitely not eating the mystery meat. I'll definitely have the pie. What the fuck? I'm not putting the mystery meat in my mouth. Girls, never put mystery meat in your mouth. Always make sure you know the origin of the meat that you are going to put in your mouth. The Bahama Mama or lemon cannoli. I'm going to go for the lemon cannoli. Pulled pork, loaded chips or dairy milk donut. Oh, this donut looks good. It's got Cadbury's on it. Should I drink soju and beer? Should I drink soju and beer? Oh, should I have a Korean night and get Korean fried chicken? You can listen to my ASMR of me going, spicy chicken. Kimchi pancake, yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh. Pulled pork, loaded chips or dairy milk donut. It depends whether you're craving savory or sweet. Do you want sweet or do you want meat? Up to you. It's up to you. Nobody knows what to have for dinner. Donut? Yeah, let's have donut. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. We got 7 out of 10. All right. Food guesser. Daily. That pork looks AI generated. It does, hey. Pork, water, rusk. Pork fat, salt, white pepper, nutmeg, spices, red dye, sheep casing, optional ginger, optional maize. This dish is seasoned bright red sausage, typically enjoyed hot, made from finely ground pork. It's flavored with spices like nutmeg and mace and often served in chip shops. This sausage has a smooth, firm texture and is traditionally boiled or deep fried. Characteristically, it pairs well with chips or can be sliced and added to a variety of dishes, lending a savory flavor. Yeah, it could be British or German. Could be British or German. It looks British, but it looks shit, so it's probably British. Ooh, what is this? Oh, spoonworms! They're Korean! Spoonworms are Korean! Gabur. Salt, sesame oil, perilla leaves. This is Korean. This is Korean. I know my Korean food. I know my Korean food. I love Korea. Korea #1. South Korea. Correct! Yay! Oh, I want to try raw spoonworms. They look delicious. Spoonworms are a marine creature that tastes delicious, apparently. Flour, eggs, sugar, honey, butter, vegetable oil, salt, vanilla extract, optional. Nuts, optional. This dish is a sweet and crunchy confection made from deep-fried dough pieces, combined with a sticky honey syrup. The dough is typically shaped into small sticks or balls, fried until golden, and then assembled into a mound or layered structure. It offers a delightful contrast of textures, crisp on the outside and chewy from the honey coating, often enjoyed at celebrations as a tasty treat. It looks Balkan. I do know this food, but I can't remember where it's from, but I do know where it's from. I just can't make my brain remember. Come on, brain. You can do it. I believe in you. Ah, my ear is itchy. Ah, my freaking ears. Turkey? I know this. I do know it. Why can't I remember? Honey syrup. It's not Italian. I'm gonna try Italy. See where it says. Italy is cold. Maybe guess Albania or something? I'll guess Albania. Albania and Italy are both cold. We want to go north. We want to go east. We want to go east. Chak chak. Can't see the compass? Ooh. Maybe Kazakhstan? Maybe it's Russia. Russia! That's how I know it. That's how I know Russia. That's how I know it's... Oh. Yay! We did it! We're still a genius. We're still a gastronomical genius, guys. And that's all that matters, that we didn't lose our genius status. Ooh, 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 ooh. I haven't had any alcohol since, in a few months. So I should be okay to drink on Friday. I just feel like getting drunk. I just want to get drunk. Wee. Drinking stream. Oh no, what if I get drunk and like overshare stuff? I already overshare on my stream, so really could it get worse? Probably not. Probably couldn't get any worse than what I already do. What do I like to drink? I like to drink vodka, I like to drink beer, and I like to drink soju. But overshare? What do you mean overshare? I don't know what you mean by that comment. What do I like to drink? I like to drink vodka, beer, and soju. But lately I've been making Macju, which is beer and soju. You pour a beer and then you pour a shot of soju in the beer and you drink it. I saw it in a K-drama. I do what I want. I do what I want. Delicious. I'm 75% Slavic and 25% Irish, so that means I'm allowed to drink. That means it's in my DNA. I have to drink. I have to do it. When somebody think about my well-being. What did Bovian mean by overshare? I do overshare. Who's racist? Are you racist? Hyperbovian's racist, everybody. Oh, we have to guess which one people liked out of these. North Korea, South Korea, or France? Korea. Of course. Everyone loves Korean food. It's delicious. Do we want Peru or do we want Indonesia and Malaysia? We want this one. Obviously. Crock and Bush. Ooh. Or Vietnam. Oh, I do. I really love profiteroles and I also really love Vietnamese food. It's really hard. It just depends whether background music. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I moved myself away from the compass, so that's why I took it off so people could see the compass. Do we feel like meat or sweet? Vietnam. We'll go for Vietnam. Go for Vietnam. Aw, people wanted profiteroles. Musta Makara from Finland, which is, I have no idea what that is, or something from Greece. This looks nice. Let's go for the Greek one. Yay, we did it. North Korea, South Korea, or a matzo ball. Gonna go for this. Nope. Okay. Well, we got something from Myanmar. Looks like a little curry thing with eggs in it. Or we have something from India. Ooh. I'm gonna go for this. Well, well, well. Oh, I didn't even know I clicked on anything. Ooh. This is Japanese. This is like the Japanese weird spaghetti that they make. And this is something from the Philippines. Go for this. Alright, well. Shut up. Calzones or brie? Calzones. We failed. failed. And by we, I mean me. I failed. I failed. I'm a loser. My mum was right. I am a piece of shit and should never have been born. You had some nice Don on Saturday? Is Don the name of your boyfriend? Sorry. Bad joke. Bad joke. It's not my fault. You can't type today? Meow, 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 meow. One more GeoGuessr and then I'm gonna go hop into my bed on my electric blankie and... Oh, I've got to go to the chemist. I have to go to the chemist today. I'm out of medication. A yakadon? Ooh. A yakadon means mother and child. Did you know? Because the mum is the chicken and the baby is the egg. A yakadon means mother and child in Japanese. Isn't that fucked up? I love it. I love it. BS? No, that's truly what it means. Look it up. I didn't make it up. I swear to God. Look, I'll prove it. Mother and child. Oh. Yakadon. A yakadon, chicken and egg. Rice. A yakadon, literally parent and child donburi. Look. Can you see that? Can you see that? A yakadon, literally parent and child donburi. See, I know stuff. I am smart. How dare you? How dare you question my intelligence, Delta? Just because I have lupus and my brain doesn't work and I accidentally do stupid stuff all the time and always accidentally forget things and always accidentally hurt myself. Like, just because sometimes I'm stupid, it doesn't mean I'm always stupid, okay? How dare. Oh, I didn't mean to open this one. I meant to open the other one. I don't want to do this one. I don't want to do this one. Quick, get out. How do I... No. All right. Where's the other one? Oh, I think it's web-based, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'm going to do this one because we can take our sweet ass time. Ooh, 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 baby. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh. Vial del something. Tosso Tono. G'day, Tosso Tono. I think we're in Italy. I think we are in Italy somewhere. Are we? Hello, Apanan Anasini. Wow. Is this Italy? If it is not the north. Ooh, look at this house. Interesting. Pizza, pizza, pasta. Pizza, pizza. Can I not go this way anymore? Did we run out of map? What's happening? Guess so. Mamma mia. Luigi. You can't go out of a certain area? Yeah, probably. info point. Turistico. Mamma mia. Strongoli. Is there a place called Strongoli? Italy. Mamma mia. Can I look up a bit? Yeah, I can look up a bit. Oh, you mean can I look up? You thought you saw a sign? Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems to be quite a Mediterranean climate. Well, there's a kebab shop at least. What did this sign say? Went too far. Pizzeria? It's Coburg. Oh yeah, this is definitely Sydney Road. How could I ever forget? Mamma mia. Oh. No. Toronto? Let's try Toronto. Pretty close. I was 136 kilometers away. Literally Lycon Street. Ooh. Pagamento key. It's a real estate agent. Okay, we're still in Italy. We're still in Italy. Because it says .it, which I assume is Italy. Where are we? Where the flip are we? Help me, I'm stuck. Ah! Oh no! Just a little old lady. I need help. Why is this happening to me again? Get me out. Oh, I went through the fence. Sick. Walked through the fence. Strata private. There's a church. Narrows it down in the home of Catholicism. No. Nope. There's a zoo. Is there a zoo? What does it say? There's a zoo and an aquarium? It's definitely DFO Essendon. Yeah. Maybe I'll get a crazy sale. I went to DFO Essendon once and there was nothing there, and what was there was not cheap. Waste of my time. You guys are being such dickety docketies. Oh, pretty. Maybe it's does this look Tuscan? Huh. Alright. Ooh, beautiful. So pretty. Maybe it's Sicily? Gotta go right down the bottom of Italy. Sicily. Malta? No, it was Bologna. Oh well, completely the wrong end. I can't. Wow, this looks like a lovely vacation spot. We are in India. Somewhere. Probably. Yeah, it tricked me into thinking it was Sicily. It tricked me. It's not my fault. I was tricked. I can't wait to sit on my electric blankie because my butt hurts. You broke your office chair at work and the new one can't take your ass? What are you doing, Delta? Delta's got a big bump confirmed. I'm so skinny. Delta saw a photo of my long ass hair. How long is my hair, Delta? Are you impressed with the length of my hair? Pretty great. The perspective that photo's taken from, though, makes me look like I have really short legs, but it was the only angle to fit all my hair. Short legs. Oh. Bugger off. I'm busy, sir. I'm busy. It must be crazy to maintain. Yeah, it is, I do spend, like, I start my hair washing process the night before I wash my hair. So tomorrow I'm going to wash my hair. So tonight I'm going to oil my scalp and oil my hair. I will derma roll my scalp and then I'll oil that and then I'll oil my hair. And then tomorrow I'll wash it out and then I'll do a conditioner and then I'll wash that out. I'll leave that in for 10 minutes and then I'll wash that out. Then I'll do a leave-in conditioner. Then I'll do an argan oil. Ooh. Yeah, it's a whole thing, you know. It's a whole thing. Well, I don't know where we are. Does anyone have any ideas? Oh, there's a cow. Hello, baby. Uchi, uchi, uchi. On the middle of India. In the middle of India, baby. 465 kilometers away. Next round. Ooh. 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 I think we are back in Italy. This is the north of Italy. This is definitely the north of Italy. Municipio. Hello, I am going to the municipio. I peo on you. Imagine just living in a place that's like old and cool. We're in the north. Oh, they got hydrangeas. I'm gonna guess here. I was 266 kilometers away. It was in Parma. Parmigiana. Parmigiana. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Tangwa. 1995. Avenue. Your mum's house. BitConnect. Ooh, come back. Come back. I love you. Don't leave me, baby. Delhi? Boop, 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 boop. Ooh. Leave me alone, Duolingo. I'm not your slave. Stop it. Duolingo's so obsessed with me. Leave me alone. I'm stuck. I've fallen and I can't get up. Fuck off, would you? I'm busy. I already sound drunk. I wish. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. You should see me when I'm drunk. It's like, if you think I already have no filter, oof. Oof. So it's about to get real up in here. This is Mexico. Just maybe print out Twitch's terms of service. Where did that sign go? Bloody hell. Are there flags over here? I have acai bowls. Maybe this is like Argentina or somewhere. Could be the Philippines, I guess. Could be the Philippines. Got some hibiscus flowers. Oh, what is this sign? Can we see you? Show me your butt. Butt. You think maybe West Africa? Or Brazil? It could be Brazil. I don't know why, but I'm thinking Argentina. And Villa Cortes. I'm gonna try Argentina. Would be good if I was on the right continent. It was Brazil. It was Brazil. Oh well. Oh well. Play again. And then I'll go to bed for real. Fashion house. Lobby. Coffee space. Got a fashion house and a coffee space. What more could you need? Oh, there's Japanese writing. There's Japanese writing. Here's some hiraganas and here's a doggo. Aww, kawaii. Cow piss. My favorite drink. Don't mind me, I would just have some delicious cow piss. Cow piss, baby. Cow piss in my mouth. Okay, there's mountains. Does it narrow it down? Because it's a very mountainous country. Show me your bum. Help me, I'm dumb. Ooh. Takata. Not Sakata. I know what Sakata is. Shikoko. Shikoko? Let's do this. Go this way. See what we can see. You've played all the Yakuza games? You're an expert? Well, I think this is Honshu because it doesn't look like Kyushu. It definitely looks like Honshu. And I think it's maybe North Honshu. The river. Oh, sign. Tohoku. Maybe it's Tohoku. Is it Tohoku? I just like saying Tohoku. Suzuki. Maybe there will be a train station. There's a servo up here, I think. Nope. It's a Suzuki thingy. Shikoku? It did say Shikoku on the thingy. Niigata Prefecture, Fukushima, Iwate, Niigata, Yamagata, Miyagi. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong island. Oh no, I'm not. Aomori, where's Shikoku? Sakata, Sendai, Fukushima. Oh, it's on Kyushu? Okay. Miyazaki. Rikoku? I give up. I'm just gonna click here. Close enough. 180 kilometers away. That hurted my brain. Shut up, Delta. I'll be mean to you when I'm your stepmom if you keep this behavior up. Okay, I'm gonna be a cool stepmom. Oh, we're in France. We're in France and I pooped my pants. Ooh. Delta's gonna be a good boy. Look, I'll split your dad's houses with you, Delta. I'll split your dad's houses with you. Don't worry, I'm gonna take half his stuff. Chemin du Rotoy. Well, I don't know where that is, so helpful. Helpful to me. Poo poo wee wee. Poo poo wee wee. Poo poo wee wee. Poo 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 wee wee. Pay Sage service. This is in English. Is it? Alright, I give up. I give up on that. Oh! Monteru. Hello, Max Dragon. Massage service? Yeah, it was probably a rug and tug joint. You think it's north? Let's see what we can see. Paris. Le Mans. Just another Nancy boy. Press. La Croix se muse. Whatever, that'll do. 255 kilometers away. Close enough, no one cares. No one cares, GeoGuessr, you smell. Where are we? Neighborhood watch program in force. Okay, there's a neighborhood watch. We might be in America. Fuck yeah. Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah. America. Fuck yeah. Kissing to get it, yeah. Ooh. Winnebago. America, fuck yeah. Coming again to show everyone a small pee-pee. Small pee-pee. Oh. Hello, hello, hello. Don't hit me with your car, sir. Something Boulevard. Well, I think we might be on the Pacific North Coast. Do you want to say Pacific North Coast? I'm basing that off West Coast, sorry. I'm basing that off, I don't know, let's say Seattle or like Oregon or somewhere. I don't know. I'm basing that off. Washington, Oregon. Let's go here. Oh, it was Utah. Salt Lake City. Oh, that's where the Mormons live. I heard about that one time. Dental Center. Oh, this looks like Canada, does it? I don't know. Let's see what these signs say. See if we recognize any of these places. White mud. White mud. There's a place called White Mud. Magical Minds Daycare. Nori, why are you crying? What's wrong? Do you want to come here? Yeah? Hello, Baba. Hacho. Hello. How's your wife? How's your kids? Darcy's meat. Damn, son. Well, we're in a place called White Mud. I don't know where that is. The mud is white. White Mud Drive. Is this Kanuki or America? Rent Midwest. We're in the Midwest. It says Rent Midwest there. Okay. Where could it be? Huntington. Huntington. But that says dot Canada. So confused. That says .Canada. Maybe it's the Midwest in Canada? Do they have a Midwest? I mean, I guess they do. It said .ca on the thing. Rentmidwest.com. Again? Pleasant View Townhouses. It's Flemington. Shut up, dickhead. Shut up, Delta. I will I will enact cruel and unusual punishments on you when I'm your stepmom. I'm gonna make sure your dad spanks you. And not in a fun way. Poor Delta. Yeah, we are in Canada. Petro Canada. Okay, we want to go in the middle of Canada to the west, I am guessing. Alberta? Alberta. Our guess was 151 kilometers away. Oh, it was Edmonton. Oh, we're in Italy again. Italy, 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 oh. Where should we go? I think there's signs up here. Bienvenidos. Oh, there's a sign here. Mirador. I don't know what that means. Somebody help me because I'm dumb. That's a dead end. Bar El Jabali. Ooh, it's pretty. Whoops. I guessed wrong. Well, well, well. If it isn't time for bed. Go to bed, Delta. I'm your mummy now. I'm your mummy now, Delta. You have to go to bed. What's my broadcast schedule? I usually stream at either 8 or 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time every day except for Wednesday. So whatever that works out in your time zone, that is when I stream. But typically it's 9. Sometimes I just start early if I'm tired and I want to go to bed early. I'm Delta's new stepmommy, everyone. I'm gonna marry his dad because he's rich. Alright. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go sit in my bed and play on my phone until it's time to brush my teeth and oil my hair and do all that jazz before I go to bed. So, good night. See you next time. Bye.